One step at a time, don't be living on the line. I don't need a friend, I got morbid on the mind. Sunshine in my brain, making everyone complain. Radio in the heart, don't be being so strange.
Together, I guess we formed some sort of audio violation system.
Music assault on your ears without music.
The sum of our parts form
Voltron.
The Voltron podcast. This isn't a Voltron podcast, I'm kidding.
Minus one arm and one leg. Because there's only 3 of us.
Well, unless one of us is a pair of legs and one of us is a pair of arms.
Mike is decidedly the butt.
So the legs. The butt's connected to the legs.
He is only the butt. He can also switch to being the head, as he is a butthead.
Ooh.
I think we've run into an issue.
Okay, well, I'm not hired. I quit. I can't be a part of the child labor industry, so I deny you hiring me, and I'm not going to give you any of my numbers.
Oh, shoot.
Well, I mean-
Well, all right. You're a fertile man of breeding age. Go and have a kid, and we'll go and submit him for this job here in...
Yes.
What's it take,
I
9
will
months?
go-
Yes, the future child. Send the TARDIS into the future, acquire your child that you have to create now.
Right.
So that we can get money now.
Yes, I will absolutely go find a stranger, impregnate them in the next 2 to 8 years.
I mean, preferably not
I
a
guess 4
stranger.
to 8 years, or 3 to 8 years, sorry. Wow, I'm bad at maternal math.
I mean, for a small down payment at a business that has very bright, flashy lights on the outside, but very dark inside, I think you could at least find out what her name is. Candy?
Is it a woman of ill repute? Am I just going to the corner?
No, she
To
works
find the
in
first
an establishment.
Lady in waiting?
There's a cover
There are
charge.
procedures where you could bear the child if you want.
God, is there a woman just like,
You could pull a Schwarzenegger.
golly, I just wish a Samoan-looking guy would come and impregnate me. That's all I've wanted. That's all I've wanted my entire
I
life.
think you underestimate how many women are actually saying those exact words.
I have not met any of them, so when you find them, send them my way. Not for baby making, though. I guess really honestly, when you look at it, there's not a whole lot that's different with Twitter and Facebook.
Except for like the whole profile and playing
I mean, who
games.
plays games on
Yeah,
it
it doesn't
anymore?
have your likes
Except
and
for
interests.
grandma.
I
Oh
think
my
I gave that up
gosh.
like 10 years ago.
I got so sick of Farmville requests. When it finally became a feature where you could just say, ignore all game requests, I was elevated to a state that I thought was unattainable by mortal man.
Were you lifted up by angels?
Angels on high.
Was there like Sarah McLachlan sitting in a chair with a puppy dog in her hand?
Yep. It's good for families to get together. In addition to sharing a meal with each other, share what you're thankful for. Sometimes people...
Them good old presents.
Yes, those turkey,
That's what I'm
mashed
thankful
potato, good old presents for your tummy.
Pumpkin pie presents.
No. I'm talking about those presents I'm supposed to get 30 days from
Oh, you mean the
Thanksgiving.
wonderful gift of being around your
1 month and a day.
around your loved ones?
I want
you know,
them good presents
Yeah,
under that tree.
love, family.
I don't care about your can of cranberry sauce with the ridges of the can still on it because you could squeeze it out just right. I want you to not serve me food. Take me to the nearest hotel because their restaurant is open on Thanksgiving. And then go buy me my own presents. Stand in that line. It's only 4 p.m. That store opens at midnight and you better start waiting right now for me because I want that good Elmo doll.
You live in the United States of materialism.
I do.
Everybody is making those films now.
You've got a face and a book. and a mark, and a place.
Put them all together?
You got a Fay Mark place book.
Good job.
Nailed it.
I are good English.
I are good English. You know, that's been very common. Now that I've listened to our episodes, the English has just been terrible in this. We need to go back to school and learn how to talk, guys.
We all play more extensive games than your average Hasbro Family Fun Night Monopoly type stuff.
I play the $6 million
Parker
man.
Brothers.
Do you guys have any favorites?
Well, I mean, this is going to be a pretty stereotypical answer, probably. I do like Monopoly, even though it's turned more than a few associations of mine on their head. No, I've never been driven to drink by Monopoly.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's simulated capitalism, so...
Basically. Which, ironically enough, that game actually originally came out, I believe, during the Great Depression.
Yeah, it did.
And it gave families something to do inside.
I like to pretend I have money, too, sometimes.
Right.
My bank account tells me I never have money. It is expensive to go to the movies. And speaking of expenses, the best and the worst movies. What would your best and worst movie be for 2018? I had to do some digging myself. I'm going to throw mine out real fast. Not that I specifically think it is the best movie of 2018, but I think it was the one I enjoyed the most. The Solo movie. I think that was pretty good on my list of 2018 movies. I'd watch it again.
Oh, yeah, that movie about the disposable red cup?
Yeah. There's a song about it. I think it's a country song. He just talks about Solo cups.
Lifting them up.
Oh, yeah.
Got my party Solo cup.
Sony was bombing Spider-Man until they finally let Big Daddy Disney Marvel step in.
And that's only a temporary partnership, it looks like. Or maybe, I don't know.
Hey, I will say I thoroughly enjoyed what little baby Sony produced in the Venom. It's good. I enjoyed it. Could have been better, could have been worse.
Yeah.
The actors doing the jobs for the script that they were given.
All right, but anyway, if people want to hear our
pitch.
opinion on this, they can just listen to last
That's
episode.
true.
Yeah. But
moving forward.
Hey, they did good for what little they had available.
Hay's for horses, and that movie is for half-price books.
What's your favorite Knuckles video game that you wish they would make a remake of?
What movie do you think would be better if it had "and Knuckles" tagged on to the end? John Wick and Knuckles.
Is there some technology that you wish would come into fruition in 2019?
I've already got mine. It's the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge. You just dock whatever other media you want in there, and it adds Knuckles to it.
Oh my gosh. The possibilities are endless. Mass Effect and Knuckles. God of War and Knuckles.
My Job and Knuckles.
Tybo Workout and Knuckles.
Grocery
Bob Ross
shopping
Painting
and
Knuckles.
I am in on Bob Ross plus Knuckles.
Skateboarding
Please.
and Knuckles.
In-N-Out Burger and Knuckles.
I don't have a hamburger, but I got a knuckle sandwich.
Twitter and Knuckles.
Buckles and Knuckles.
Chuckles and Knuckles.
Instagram Knuckles.
We are getting Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home, The New Mutants, and Dark Phoenix. Those are all coming out this year.
Don't forget Ratfink.
Ratfink isn't part of the Marvel Universe, is he?
No, he is not.
Ratfink, isn't that a thing?
Ratfink was one of several Hot Rod characters designed by Ed Big Daddy Roth. He's one of the originators of Custom Culture, K-Custom, K-Culture, of automobile enthusiasts. The Misfits did have a song titled Ratfink, and White Zombie did a throwback song as well called Ratfink's Suicide Tanks and Cannibal Girls.
Yeah, that sounds like a White Zombie song title.
Right.
And
I
Introducing
learned
the new fan cast for Ratfink. Ratfink.
Ratfink.
Starring Mike. And you, Aaron.
Rat, Fink.
And me, Manny.
Dang it, you wrapped me up into this anyway.
Oh, hi, Manny. Welcome to
No,
the
I'm-
Rat Fink podcast.
I am Mark. I will be in the Ratfink.
Good gosh.
You can find Mark at BrogarCRE on Twitter.
And you could find Ratfink at Mike 8 the number 8.
Because back then, pennies, that was lunch. He could literally buy a sandwich with a few pennies.
That's true.
Because money, it was cheap.
Pay-
Gallon
the
of
pay.
gas was 2 cents if you had a vehicle.
Yeah, the pay scaled, though.
Hey, I make 5 cents collecting pickles from the cucumber farm.
Collecting pickles with a... What?
Well, all a pickle is a pickled cucumber. So
Bless you, Mike.
You gotta
I don't
collect the-
I don't even know what you're going on
gotta
about
collect
anymore.
the cucumber to make a pickle.
Well, for me, didn't really know any specialty board games existed until I met a gentleman that I used to work with. He invited me over to his house one day, and he broke out Settlers of Catan, or Catan, however it's pronounced. And I played that for the first time. Cattin.
Ripping some sweet cattin'.
Settlers of sweet cattin'.
Settlers of vape.
Settlers of Cattin. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so
Who else should Sonic team up with that will create a cartridge with lock-on technology that you can mix with other media? I hope it's Gary Busey. I'm going to lock that on with, I don't know, let's say The Office. Let's put Sonic and Gary Busey in The Office.
Take my money. Take my money right now. You had me at Gary Busey and Sonic.
Or maybe plug in a good old copy of the most recent 5th edition module and make them playable classes.
As Knuckles.
No, Gary Busey. Knuckles is 86. He's no longer relevant.
Gary Busey co-starring in...
Sonic's brand new, super hip with the kids, rival/sidekick is Gary Busey.
Your new Fortnite character is Gary Busey.
Yes.
oh my gosh.
Your new
What is happening?
Smash Brothers character is Gary Busey.
Ah, sweet. Now, truly, everyone is here.
Yes, that was the final person to cross the threshold. That's who everyone's been waiting on.
How's everybody doing listening to this on the good old April Fool's Day?
What? It's a joke?
I don't know. The midst of April?
The midst of April?
In the threshes.
What
are we having
happened to the Ides of March?
Is this a
The Ides of March have come and gone, my friend.
Oh, don't stab me in the back like everyone else.
I'll stab you in the back.
And I shall
I'm
start calling you
You-
Brutus for one
Hey,
little time
Mike.
I have left.
You can rest assured that I am a true friend. I will always stab you in the front.
Oh, thank you.
Killers should look each other in the eyes. So you know
No.
it's real, you know it's sincere.
It's making me nervous, yeah.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see all of you all along the wall of whatever podcast platform you listen to. Welcome to Banter Banter. My name's Manny. I will be one of your hosts.
I'm Aaron. I'll be one of your other hosts.
I shall be your third host, the Michael.
It's been a bit of an interesting month. I've just been thinking lately with the fantastic performance that Disney Marvel's most recent foyer, Captain Marvel, has done in theaters. It's just been a really great time to be a nerd.
It certainly is. There's 2 to 3 Marvel movies every year, it seems like.
Excuse me, I don't appreciate using the term nerd to describe me, sir.
And then you go and write on the stereotype. Awesome. Some total progress you're making there. Please,
I'm
bring
sorry,
up your point.
do not make fun of Steve Urkel.
Is that who you worship? Random
Let's
nerd?
suspend our disbelief and let him pretend he's Steve Urkel. for
Oh,
now.
he's pretending he's Steve Urkel. Okay.
Hi, welcome to Banter Banter. I'm one of your hosts, Manny joined with the beautiful Aaron and Steve Urkel
Hello,
is joining us in studio.
Should that be Jaleel White?
No, I'm
You're going to do the character.
Thank
Okay.
you very much, sir. I don't appreciate you using an incorrect name for me.
Hey, you kind of sound like Sonic the
You can
Hedgehog,
also
too.
call me Stefan.
Did y'all not just notice the funny Sonic joke I just laid down there? Here, hold on.
No good.
Hold on. Take two. Hey, you kind of sound like Sonic. Oh, why does it always have to be a Titus laugh? The Titus laugh is the most insincere form of flattery. Or maybe that's immolation, right? Immolation is the most sincere form of flattery?
Emulation?
Because it breaks rule 1.
That does.
You're not setting on fire, you're trying to recreate in some version.
Emulation is the sincerest form of piracy.
Yes. No emulators.
Knock, knock, knock.
Who's there?
The FBI, we'd like to know your location.
How about some ID there, buckaroo?
You just spoke of piracy, we'd like to know your location.
You mean a fallacy?
Right now, it's somewhere in Nebraska.
Fresca? Oh man, I don't even know what flavor of Fresca that I used to drink.
It's citrus.
Well, yeah, there's basically citrus and then like the cherry
a light
one.
version of a Sprite?
That was my jam for a while, was Frescas. I always had a 12-pack in my mini fridge in my room.
Y'all are special. I'm glad.
Because we drink Fresca?
Because you decide to reminisce about a drink that I'm going to say is still hanging on there, but it's like saying, my jam is RC Cola. You're the quirky dude.
It's not intentional, just kind of who I am.
So isn't that kind of like the attitude that a lot of people had about those that they might classify as a quote-unquote nerd?
Hey, you can't use that label. What my friend Sonic the Hedgehog said was that that's no good. We can't talk about them using that name.
Let loose the juice.
Right.
I think that's one of the things he used to say, which now I think about is kind of gross.
No, I don't think that was one of his...
Maybe it was time to juice. Is that how Sonic got his super speed? He was juicing the whole time? Just shooting
It was
roids?
chili dogs, apparently.
Yeah, they were laced with roids, probably.
You remember the old Super Mario series that had Lou Albino playing Mario?
Who could forget?
Back when they still tried to go with the pretense that the Mario brothers were from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I mean, they specifically said Italian plumbers, I think. You know, Brooklyn, Italy, right below Venice.
It's right next to Chinatown, Italy, in Brooklyn. Come on. Don't you know how this functions?
Yeah, every culture that's a minority area finds a little nook of land to carve out and make it somewhat like their home.
And then other people show up and eat their delicious, delicious food, because I do enjoy going to some of my dim sum restaurants on a good Sunday morning.
What are you even going on about?
I don't know anymore.
I don't either.
Delicious food that only nerds eat.
What?
It's called dim sum.
You said not to use that term.
Hey, listen, dim sum outrageous claims. Okay, I was about to say, look, I've laid 2 good ones out, and I just feel like you guys aren't taking me seriously.
Wait, how am I supposed to laugh and take you seriously? Welcome to Banter Banter, where your host Aaron is going
Just throw shade the entire time.
to challenge the terms of friendship with his 2 co-hosts.
Welcome to throwing Aaron's shade on Banter Banter.
I have plenty of it to throw.
How can I help scoop this shade up and throw it at someone?
Just load it into a catapult and let her fly.
Ooh, I think trebuchets would work better, sir.
Add to address Mike's face and just pull the lever.
Don't be being so strange.
Welcome to Banter Banter,
Oh,
where we're
boy.
going to talk about
Okay.
nerd stuff.
No, welcome to Banter Banter, where we're going to do 1,000 different intros. This episode is going to be called Intro-itis.
Welcome to Intros and Banter,
And Knuckles.
where we just come up with intros to episodes that we never finish.
Really, Mike, I threw a Knuckles in there. Are you not happy?
He's throwing knuckles. That's it. He's moved to violence. It's over. He started punching people.
Hey, Mike, catch these hands.
Oh man, but they've got knuckles on them!
I sure do. Brass ones.
Are you available and a fanatic about wine?
No.
Okay.
I'm not cultured when it comes to it.
Do you like going to events?
Yeah, sure.
Do you like conducting events?
Sometimes.
Would you like to be a keynote speaker at an event?
Probably not.
Do you know how to influence the wine world?
With your mind.
Tell them to look on the bright side of life instead of whining?
Do you have a cell phone with a camera?
No.
Ooh, okay. Do you have internet?
Disqualified.
I think we can work around it. Do you have internet access?
No.
You do not have a public library nearby.
Yes, that's how I'm recording this right now. I don't know how I haven't got kicked out of this library yet.
I've just had a can attached to a string that I plugged into the wall.
Is that how the intranet works?
Do you have a vehicle?
Yes.
Sure.
Good. Then I have a deal for you.
How about we do that real quick? What house are we all in? What house
Well,
is...
I rent an apartment, so not really a house.
Okay, what Hogwarts house are we in? In the magical world of Harry Potter, with wands and wizarding and knockoff ring wraiths.
It would still be my house on this street that I live on. In the city that I live in.
Do you have
That's the house that I have.
You have a clever name for your house?
Yeah, it's called My House.
It's called
In the
Mike's
middle
house.
of the street. My house.
Ah, sweet. Do
In
you
the
sell
middle
Maxwell
of
brand
the street.
coffee?
I could have Maxwell brand coffee in my house in the middle of the street.
Sure.
I'm unfortunately picked on. I come from the house of ill repute.
Ah, sweet. The brothel?
Yes, I come from the brothel house. I don't make a lot of coin.
The seedier Waffle House?
Mike's never going to give you an answer, so
I'm assuming when he says he's part of a house that is not very favored, I'm guessing, Mike, you are, in fact, a member of Slytherin.
Haters gonna hate.
Hey, I don't
But not all
hate-
Slytherins are bad.
I don't hate the House of Slytherin. I can see you
just
being a
because
Slytherin, and
one
that's not
outrageous
an insult.
person decided to go and be a horrible human being.
If we ever get a fourth host, they have to be from Gryffindor.
No.
Why?
No.
And then we can keep taking points from Mike and giving them to this fourth host?
Basically, yeah.
What, is his dad also going to be the seasoned snitch catcher from his family line for them too?
Yeah, he's gonna...
Deck is stacked against me from the get-go.
He's gonna work for the
Unfair.
DEA, so he finds snitches and gets information.
Why do anything else?
How about that Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer?
Wait, is that the one where Doctor Strange uses metal rings to transport some humans to a house?
Yes, it's that. It's exactly
He's
that.
really fast. I'm surprised his tennis shoes hold up to all of that speed.
No, you're thinking Fast and the Furious.
Wait, faster, more furiouser with The Rock and
With
Jason
a-
Statham?
No,
John Stamos?
it's the Fast and the Furious with a side of meatballs. Jeez, what did you watch?
So it's cloudy with the chance of vehicles falling from the sky.
Let's get down to business
Do-do-do-do.
to record podcast.
Do-do-do-do.
Let's discuss a movie
Do-do-do-do.
from Disney's pal. I'm Jonas here with your co-host Aaron.
That's me.
Discussion led by the lovely Mike.
Yeah!
I am Mannion. Together we are mysterious as that album by Pink Floyd.
The one I'm thinking about, of course, Independence Day.
Oh shoot. You know, I really wasn't thinking about that one. But you're right, it's a pretty good one.
I mean, because it takes place on the 4th of July, or at least the climax of the movie does.
My choice for a favorite Christmas film is also just as cynical. 4th of July rolls around and I'm watching Team America.
Okay, well, I could get behind Team America because that is a movie that is just very America in your face. Machismo, lots of explosions, liberty, fighting terrorists. Yeah, so
Weird
that's
puppet fights.
weird
and then
puppet
weird
fights,
puppet
weird
love scenes.
everything. That film is very unusual. That and Freebirds, like the Tex-Mex eatery.
Is that the song that's really long that everybody screamed at graduations in the
Oh
90s?
yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. I want a free bird, put it in my mouth. Eat it up, can I have another?
Galileo, Galileo.
He only serves burritos.
The other day I was reading some random game-related articles, and I read about this one guy called Tidy Whitey Man. He's a player on Fallout 76, and he got inspired by some of the few other players that were roaming around actually trying to play a role in this game about nothing. I guess it's sort of like our podcast, isn't it? Make your own content. But anyway, one day by accident, while he was making a new character, while selling stuff off, accidentally sold his current armor. He didn't realize till much later on that he had been running around the game in nothing but his underwear. Thus, the legend of Tidy Whitey Man was born. He sort of focused in on it, played the system a little bit to get the best perks that can get him to successfully play the game while not wearing any armor, which in most RPGs is kind of tough to go without any armor.
Yeah, it's got to be really difficult. I'm glad that he embraced this and achieved what seems to be a really good interaction with the community.
And as it turns out, he just sort of became a little bit of a legend. He's like the local attraction, if you will.
That is interesting because, I mean, yeah, armor is usually so essential to being able to successfully navigate whatever world you're in. So it sounds like his encumbrance was nothing except for like the weapons he was carrying.
I know whenever you wear insufficient armor, you risk a lot of radiation poisoning.
Boy, I bet he was cold really often because, you know...
Especially during that nuclear winter.
Right.
Yeah, there. Oh, man. You just had...
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal it out from underneath you. I apologize.
Man.
Mike, the lightning
Forget Percy
thief.
Jackson. You're the real... Dang it! Both of you did it! Stop it!
2 in a row.
All right. Well, I clearly have nothing to contribute to this podcast, so y'all go ahead.
All right, see you later.
I'll sit back here. All right, yeah, okay, go. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, time to remove Aaron from the call.
What if you were a naturalist? What if you could live off of the land and then you just kind of go to work and then you run back into the woods where you kind of rough it Bear Grylls style, punching bears and drinking your own pee?
More on the lines of, was it Walt Whitman? Hiding out in a shack, writing poetry, accidentally eating the wrong mushrooms and getting high and writing more poetry and burning the candle.
I think I remember hearing about that guy. Didn't he die?
Yeah, he did. From eating mushrooms and getting high and being in the woods.
Probably. I also think he was wealthy, but he sure was famous.
I have heard of this concept of living off the grid, so to speak. In theory, it sounds nice, but I think there's a lot of modern conveniences that we have that we take for granted every day and would probably go crazy if we were without those modern conveniences if we were to move off of said grid.
Right, like, if you're not on the grid, then what are you going to do when Rita Repulsa attacks with another monster?
Get stomped on.
You're off the grid. How can you summon your Megazord? You can't. You're screwed.
Zordon, help, I'm sorry. I'll get back on the grid. I promise it was just this once.
Zordon, we done goofed.
I will say, my middle name is one that I wish I didn't have, but I don't think it is sexy or unsexy. It's just a personal hang-up as a childhood interaction.
I got you.
Michael Cornelius.
Ooh, I would really like Cornelius. I would totally take Cornelius. Thank you, I'm changing my middle name to Cornelius.
Mike Cornwallis.
I would also accept Cornwallis.
Or Cornwall.
Yeah.
Michael Cream Corn.
You could give me any name that fits into the Scottish clan names, and I would accept it as a middle name.
Mike Mamajama. As much time as you spend on the social platform Reddit, they could call you Mike Reddit.
Ooh.
What's Mike Reddit score?
I didn't read it. He. You like what I did there? While I was looking at that, I saw something just below it in the line on the good old Craigers.
Good old Craig.
I don't know why they were asking for it because it doesn't seem quite appropriate. But this is the pitch that went through my head when I saw the tagline. Are you a freshly caught fish or just recently thawed out?
Yes to both of those.
We are in need of a sushi model. So if you are a fresh piece of sushi, we are ready to take photos of you.
Oh dear.
Click, 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 click. Unfortunately, once I got into it, I found out it's not for me. They want sexy, curvy sushi models for the family special.
The family special.
Sorry, I actually finished reading this. It is for the birthday of an 18-year-old boy.
So...
Sushi, sake, bukkake, everything Japanese.
I like sleep a lot, and I don't have trouble getting to sleep when I crawl into bed. Maybe it's that blue light thing that they always talk about, like if you're staring at a TV screen or your phone, or if you frequently try to read a book while trying to go to sleep. There have been some people that have said that that's not healthy for you. I don't know. What's an issue you think you might have that causes you not to be able to get to sleep?
My doctor also told me not to light tires on fire inside of my bedroom while I'm trying to read because I was trying to avoid the blue light. So I was like, tires look like they make red light because of fire. And then the doctor was like, no, this is much worse for you. Never mind. Just please use the phone.
It's like a cyclical thing here. The tire fire in your bedroom causes you to not sleep, which also the inhalation of dangerous poisonous gases makes you age faster and increases your cravings for junk food, which causes you to burn more tires so that you can cook the junk food on it with your shopping cart stove.
Well, they could put out the tire fire in my bedroom, but they'll never put out the tire fire in my heart.
Gotta keep that heart fire burning.
Will Boba Fett be driving around his vet?
And will he bring me that tea that he promised? I want some of that boba tea.
The basic premise of The Mandalorian takes place after Return of the Jedi, so it's supposed to be kind of a bridge between The Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. And I am not certain if it is Boba Fett, because in the movie canon, obviously, he died, but in the expanded universe, he actually escapes from the Sarlacc pit, and has a few of his own novels, I believe. It very well could be Boba Fett, but it could also easily be another person from Mandalore.
In the time Boba Fett was stuck in that Sarlacc, he decided to take up writing. He wrote enough to create a couple of novels. So when he finally got out, he took those novels with him.
And now he's just swimming in credits, like Scrooge McDuck, except jumping into a pile of credits instead of pile of gold.
He's got a Sarlacc full of credits.
And you can easily tell them apart by being the one person in the back of the novel sleeve that is wearing not only a very tasteful cashmere sweater, but the helmet that he's so known for.
And that's it. It's like he's wearing dress slacks, the sweater vest, with like a long sleeve shirt on, loafers with high socks, and then the Mandalorian helmet.
Right, you could see him that way if you ever go to one of his book signings.
Yeah, wearing a neck scarf too. And probably like a pipe that somehow fits into his helmet.
Right, there's a specific intake for that.
Boba Fett had it much easier after he got out of the Sarlacc pit. He gave up bounty hunting for a much more lucrative career of writing and self-discovery. Save us from ourselves. Mike, hold me.
Okay, I'll hold you with my clown arms. Squeezes button and water shoots out of the flower on his chest.
I don't know if I heard you correctly. I think, did you say squeezes?
Squeezes.
If someone wanted to do like a parody of Jesus as a clown, I think squeezes crust or something like that would probably be the best thing ever.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That or it sounds like some weirdly sensual baker. Squeezes crust.
Or maybe a rapper, Lil Squeezes.
I have the most fluffiest bakeries everywhere. My name is Squeezes.
Squeezes the baker clown. There we go.
I'm Squeezes the baker clown. How are you today?
My God, we have our first IP.
Squeezus says, please don't steal my intellectual property. That would really break my heart.
So there we go. We have what Mike is going to be for Halloween. Squeezus the Baker Clown.
Please make this happen and send me lots of pictures.
This brings me to a dilemma because Squeezus is not a villain, and I was looking for villain costumes. I had a few ideas, trying to see who would really catch the skills of my costume making. And
Now hold on.
Yeah.
Let's not completely discontinue the idea of Squeezus being a villain.
I'm not. I'm just saying he sounds kind of happy and nice. Just because he's a clown doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
You could also just hide bombs in all of your baked goods.
That would be Teddy the Bomber.
We all know that canon-wise, in his original run in comics, Squeezus started off as a villain for a short time, but soon enough wound up in a lot of situations that turned him into sort of an anti-hero. Can we just all dress up as clowns instead? Because that sounds terrifying.
It's already almost dressing up as a clown in the first place.
So we're gonna Insane Clown Posse this. I love it. What is your ICP name now? You're a juggalo. What is your name?
Squiggles McFun.
Squeezus the Baker.
Squeezes. Hey, I thought I was Squeezes the Baker.
No, you're dressing up as him.
Right, you're dressing up as me. Squeezus the Baker Clown.
All right, Squeezes the Baker Clown, pulling out fresh wraps of the oven.
He's an anti-hero because he beats people with steel baguettes.
He never lets any food go to waste.
Have you ever heard the sound of a steel baguette hitting a body? Brings a little brightness to my soul.
Golly, fellas, these baguettes came out extra hard. I guess it's time to go dispense some good old-fashioned blunt justice.
Here, have some blunt force trauma.
The dark bread rises.
Dark bread rises. Oh, man. Perfect. Someone dress up. Squeezes the Baker Clown, please.
Squeezus the Baker Clown. TM.
It seems like we never could land those ad jokes or WikiHow jokes.
And by gosh, we're gonna keep trying.
For all of you listeners that love them, don't worry. I still have them in the workshop table. I am tinkering with their extremities to try and make them more digestible. For
Mike's going to work harder than ever.
By tinkering with it, you mean like when somebody's eating crab legs and they find that little tendon part on one of the legs and they start pulling on it to make it flick up and down, or if it's the claw to like pinch?
Yes, exactly like that. Frankenstein's monster style, electrify the already electric object that is being projected by electricity on my screen into moving.
And it's a weird science thing, but instead the girl is played by Danny DeVito.
Yes, please take my money. Just take all of my money right now. Danny DeVito right now in my house.
In Weird Science.
Destroying things. I don't care that he does not look attractive as what's-her-name from the actual movie. I just want Danny DeVito hanging out with me.
If I could remake Weird Science, I think instead I would have Danny Trejo play her role.
Oh, that would be even better.
What?
Danny Trejo. You've already listed 2 things off of the present list. I would like a touchscreen laptop that can do some fancy stuff with some fancy programs, or a brand new desktop that can also do some fancy stuff with some fancy programs.
I think particularly in the hobbies/industry that we're in, we definitely do want a bit more of that. And if it's a desktop, it's always a bonus to be able to game on it because, I mean, PC games, am I right?
What's a PC game?
It's a politically correct game. You might ask PC Principal about it.
That's a PC Principal game? Like, it's his favorite game? Does he play it on a tabletop? Because it's PC?
Yeah, it checks your privilege for you.
Good. I do need someone to check my privilege.
Check your privilege upon login. Follow the hosts of Banter Banter on social media. On Facebook, @Banter Bantercast. On Twitter, @Banter_cast. You could reach Manny @Brogar CRE.
You can find Aaron at 8-Bit Wizard. The 8 is Roman numeral.
You can find me on Twitter at Mike8Time, the number 8.
The podcast cover art was provided to us by @Bobbin_Goblins on Twitter. Our intro and outro theme is called Making Me Nervous by Brad Sucks off of his album titled I Don't Know What I'm Doing. Give it a listen or consider buying it.